Hello, we are starting the new topic of projectile motion. Projectile motion is the motion in two-dimensional plane. Another example of the two-dimensional motion is circular motion, which we will discuss later. Before starting, we revise our earlier terms which we use in rectilinear motion. Rectilinear motion is the motion in one-dimensional plane, that is in a straight line, in which we discussed some terms like position vector. So position vector in a two-dimensional plane is described as this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So this is the xy plane, and this is the point P. That is the position of the object at time t. The position of this vector is with respect to some reference. This is our reference point O. This shows the position of point P. That is the object of position of the object at time t. This position vector is written as xi plus yj. I is the unit vector along x-axis and j is the unit vector along y-axis. X is the component of the r along x-axis and y is the component of r along the y-axis. Next term is displacement vector. Suppose this is our xy coordinate system, that is a plane, and position of the object is say p at time t1, and after some time t2 its position becomes q. So displacement is this vector, that is delta r. Delta r can be written as r2 minus r1. This subtraction of vector which we have already discussed. If I write this r2 in terms of components, so we can write it as x2i plus y2j minus x1i plus y1j, where x1, y1 are the components of vector r1 along x and y axis respectively. Similarly, x2, y2 are the component of position vector r2 along x axis and y axis respectively. So we can conclude it as combining I term with I and j term with j. So we can write it as x2 minus x1 I plus y2 minus y1 j. And because it's a difference, so we can write simply it as delta x, that is a difference in the position vector I, that is the delta x is the change in position along x-axis plus delta y, which is the change in position along the y-axis. So this is the displacement of the object from point P to point Q. Next is average velocity. Average velocity is the net displacement, say delta r, and total taken time delta t. So we can write it as delta x by delta t I plus delta y by delta t j. Delta x by delta t, this is the average velocity along the x-axis. So we can write it as vxi, and similarly delta y by delta t, this is the vy velocity along the y-axis. So this is the average velocity. After that, we find instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity is the limiting value of the velocity that is at a particular instant. So for that, we take this time interval very short, just approaching to zero, and then find this ratio delta r by delta t. So actually it becomes dr by dt. This is the differential. So then because we are using the delta t tends to zero, so this problem of difference changed to our differential problem, and we use the formula of differential to find out the instantaneous velocity, and this makes the problem easier. So we can write it in terms of differential. It is equal to dx by dt I plus dy by dt j. So this is the instantaneous velocity. Similarly, we can find average velocity, average acceleration, that is equal to delta v by delta t. So it can be written as delta Vx by delta Ti. This is the velocity acceleration along x-axis, plus delta Vy by delta T along j-axis. That is, it is Axi plus Ayj.